Bonjour, Sola. We are now in France with another UFC prediction winner for the UFC fight card in the Accor Arena. We have 13 bouts on this fight card. It's Imavov against Bolaji from the Fighting Nerds, and we're gonna start with the first one. It's Rinat Fakhretdinov against Andreas Gustafsson. I mean, Gustafsson showed a good fight against Williams, but Fakhretdinov is 24-2. He has, I believe, all of his fights were wins in the UFC, if I'm correct. Maybe one loss. I mean, he's a decision master. I mean, he knocked out Kevin Lee, but still, he can win. He knows how to win a fight. That's the most important thing. And I believe Gustafsson will go hard in the first round. Will go like full power. Rinat will like let's say survive everything what Andreas is throwing at him. Maybe some clinches, some takedowns, maybe some good knockout strikes. And the other two rounds will go for Rinat. So 29 and 28 for Rinat Fakhretdinov. Next fight on the card is Tavares against Robert Bryczek, the Polish guy who lost against one of the worst fighters in the UFC, Ihor Potieria. We got to go with Tavares, man. He's a guy who was going 3 rounds full with Dricus. He's a guy who has a lot of wins in the UFC, of course, a lot of losses, but he should never lose against a fight against Robert Bryczek, and the age gap is not too much. I believe 1 or 2 years is Tavares just older than him. I mean, it's a decision fight, 29-28, maybe even 30-27 for Tavares. Next on the card is the British Sam Patterson against Trey Waters. I mean, Trey Waters is very good. Now, if this was any other, let's say, lower guy, prelim guy, I will go with Trey Waters. But I believe Sam Patterson is a guy who will maybe be one day in a main card event in London. So yeah, we gotta go with Sam Patterson by submission. It's tough, but let's go with Sam Patterson by submission in the second round. The first round will be very interesting for both guys. Next on the card is Fernandes against Harry Hardwick. Uh, let's see who withdrew. Yeah, Farisiam. Yeah, this was a good fight. Farisiam against Fernandes was cancelled. And also, I just need to throw it in. Patricio Pitbull against Lucene Keita. I mean, we're all disappointed in this because this was a big fight for the real hardcore fans. They will know because, like, what will a guy like Lucene Keita, is he just a hype train, 16-1 knockouts, all that against a guy like Patricio Pitbull, who I believe is a top 5 fighter in the featherweight division. This will be a very interesting fight, especially for me because I was going with Pitbull, and now I am very confident to go with Pitbull, especially if they reschedule the fight. Yeah, but Kauê Fernandes against Harry Hardwick, we gotta go with Kauê Fernandes with second round TKO. Simple as that. Marcin Tybura against Ante Delija, or Ante Delija. We go with Ante Delija by second round TKO, I believe, or third round. Let's go with third round TKO. Third round TKO for Ante Delija against Marcin Tybura. I was trying to go with Marcin Tybura, but let's see it from this perspective. Ante Delija is the main sparring partner, or one of them, but I believe he's the main sparring partner of the champion Tom Aspinall. He knows how to knock out Marcin Tybura. He knows how to deal with Marcin Tybura. And the thing about this is Ante Delija definitely showed more, watched more fight and has more information from Marcin, as Marcin has from Ante. And Ante, I believe he knows he needs to go in and win this fight if you want to go big. There is no way he should lose to a gatekeeper. And Marcin Tybura, I mean, it will be an interesting fight. Whoever wins this fight, you shouldn't be shocked. But I'm going with a ground and pound third round for Ante Delija. Oumar C against Brendson Ribeiro. We go with Oumar C by decision. I was trying to go with a finish, but let's go with a simple decision. 30-27, take him down, having the better jabs, the kicks. Oumar C is just a better fighter all around, and he can survive the knockout shots from Brendson Ribeiro. William Gomis, now the main card opener. William Gomis against Robert Ruchała. Robert Ruchała, another Polish guy. Interesting fight. We're going with William Gomis by decision. He's a decision masterclass. Robert Ruchała, this is a very interesting fight because Robert Ruchała has a good record. He has some good fights. He's a nasty guy, but I believe this is in France. William Gomis should not lose this fight. I know from his debut, I forgot of the name of the white guy, the American, which William Gomis fought him, and this was a very good fight. I just forgot his name. Let's look it up. Yeah, Francis Marshall. Oh yeah, he was 7-0, and I thought Francis Marshall has a decent chance. But yeah, William Gomis showed, hey, I will not lose in France, and I believe this is the next thing. He will not lose in France. So a 29-28 win for William Gomis, but definitely close. Axel Sola against Rhys McKee. I was trying to go with a confident decision win for Axel Sola, but the thing about this is I saw maybe a staph infection. I was all even trying to go with the knockout, but I saw a staph infection. We're still going with Axel Sola, but that's also a tricky one. Let's go with the 29-28. Maybe the last round, he will give up. His body will give up, and he will get maybe some good shots from Rhys McKee. But first rounds will go for Axel Sola. Yeah, now the another fight is Bolaji Oki against Mason Jones. We go Mason Jones by decision. I believe he's just an overall better fighter than Oki, and 6-2, and he's so many wins, and also his losses. He's only just 2 losses against Ludwig Klein, who we all know is very good, and this was 3 years ago, and also Mike Davis, who is also one of the good ones. So these are not fights you should be, let's say, too much sad about. These are fights, especially young in the career, where we should learn, because also Mason Jones, he's just 30 years old, so he was 26, 25 at the time. It's totally okay to lose against this guy. Bolaji Oki, on the other hand, lost against. I mean, Chris Duncan, it's okay, and Guillotine. And his first fight. I mean, the losses are not too bad, but the thing about this is Mason Jones is just overall the better fighter, so we're going with a decision win. Modestas Bukauskas against Paul Craig. We're going with Modestas Bukauskas being the better fighter, piecing him up, doing everything what is right, but getting in a triangle choke loose by Paul Craig. Paul Craig will win this fight by second round triangle choke. By doing nothing the whole fight, eating the shots, throwing a bad spinning back fist, the worst jabs you will ever see. Everything is bad, but maybe he will grapple him, like clinch him and take him down, or he will get caught, be on the ground. Bukauskas will try to follow up. Of course, the coach will say, hey, let him stand up. But, this is a fighter's mentality. You're just going for the kill, and you will get trapped by Paul Craig. Now the co-main event, Benoit Saint-Denis against Mauricio Ruffy. Go by Mauricio Ruffy. Second round knockout. I was trying to go with the first one, but I mean, it's Benoit Saint-Denis. He will get pieced up in the first round because he's a very aggressive fighter, and Mauricio Ruffy will try to find his shots because his hands will be low. We saw it against Dustin Poirier. He's very dangerous. He's one of the best, let's say, top 20 fighters in the lightweight division. He was at one point he was a top 10. Now let's say top 20. Top 20 is good. If he wins his fight, of course, he's again in the top 10 conversation. But right now I believe Ruff is definitely in the top 15, top 10 conversation because he's too good. And if he shows, especially now, grappling defense, takedown defense, whatever you call it, if he's defensive, very good, in the part where it's not just striking, then we know definitely he deserves a top 10 fight after this, for sure. Maybe in a top 5, because Ilia Topuria needs new blood, or let's say he needs not just a new blood, but a guy who will maybe bring him some fight, except Arman Sarukian. But yeah, Mauricio Ruffy second round knockout. Now the main event, Nassourdine Imavov against Kauê Baralho. We go by Imavov. Third or fourth round knockout. I don't know. Tough one. Let's go by third round. The third round knockout for Imavov, he's just too good. You saw his body at the weigh-ins. He's just on a different level. It's in France, in Paris. No way he gotta let us down. The thing about him, he will definitely not get finished, especially in France. He will not get taken down, or if he gets taken down, he will not be too much on the ground. He will not get in a submission. So the only thing for Kauê Baralho is he shall not get caught. And if Adesanya can get caught and Cannon can get caught, you too, you can too. And Imavov right now, he's one of the best fighters in the middleweight division. I believe him and Chimaev will be the best fight in the middleweight division for a long time. Maybe even the best fight of all time right now in the middleweight division. So I believe Imavov is just too good. We will all see it. And of course in topology and on the betting odds, he's even an underdog. But it's okay though. But I believe Imavov will show a true masterclass performance from him. He's just too good. We'll see it. Hey,